Hi everyone, welcome. You're watching Conversations with Nia. I'm your host, Nia Black Amuze. Today I have gathered some powerful women in the game to discuss today's topic, 2020 challenges, building an overcomer spirit. So there's no doubt, as we all know, 2020 has been very challenging on every level, on a global scale, on a national scale, and for everyone personally. Many of us have lost loved ones to COVID-19 or other diseases, while some of us have lost our jobs. Others are having problems with their businesses, and a lot of us are going through personal issues, marital issues, educational issues, mental issues. Well, no matter what it is, I always believe there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and we can overcome this. So to help empower everyone today, I am so excited. I have these amazing ladies. Ladies, welcome. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So we've all crossed paths. Some of us I know personally, some of you I know personally, some I know on a professional level. But right now, ladies, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do, and let's get started with the questions.
Okay.
Anyone?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Ariel Brewer. I'm the owner of Ari Tax and Financial Services. So basically, I'm like a one-stop shop. I help people learn about financial literacy, helping them repair and rebuild their credit. Also, I'm a tax preparer as well, and also looking for anybody who's interested in starting their own business. I am recruiting, and I also do financial strategies with helping people learn how to manage money as well. So give me a call.
Awesome. Ty, you want to go next?
Yes, I'll go next. I'm Ty Jones. I'm an entrepreneur. I started a women wellness platform, My Womb Wellness, to help women with chronic womb issues such as fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, any womb condition that you have, heavy periods, on a natural platform. And also, I am a real estate agent. You're expert in the Houston area. So definitely looking forward to, speaking on this panel with all of these lovely ladies. I'm super excited that you invited me. Thank you for that. And philanthropist. And I just love, being able to serve and help as well.
Awesome.
Amazing. Who want to go next?
Hi, my name is Fumi. I'm a broadcaster. I'm a communication specialist. I also teach one-on-one on how to make your presentations and all that. I'm a human being.
That's good. I want to take it away. Go last. Veronica?
No, okay. All right. My name is Veronica Abisay. I'm a certified Christian life coach. I'm certified Christian counselor, and I do life coach. That's why I mix it together. Also, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm author too. I write a lot of books that talk about God and spiritual growth. So, yeah, when it comes to entrepreneurship, yeah, I like that so much because I believe on creating something for you. Like, this is mine. So that's where I come in with entrepreneurship or entrepreneur status.
That's amazing. Again, can we all mute our microphones when you're not speaking? I hear too many echoes. So if you're not speaking, just mute your microphones. Veronica, could you mute yours as well? Because I hear a lot of echo. I want to make sure everything is clear. Perfect. Ladies, I want to say welcome again. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to start off with the first question. Well, before I do that, I want to say this. If you're my friend on Facebook and you're loving this already, please share. Ladies, if you're my friends on Facebook, please share this so others, your friends can watch and your connection can watch. So we can have a community-based conversation today. So my first question for the panel is this. like I said earlier, 2020 has been filled with so many challenges, right? We lost just a famous person recently. It hit everyone so hard. What are some personal and social challenges you faced during this period in 2020? Like, share your story with us. What are some of the challenges you faced?
You know, I will talk for me. The challenges that I faced during this time with this pandemic that we went through and we're still in, it's, you know, to maintaining the success mindset. You know, because I know I'm an entrepreneur and I know I wanna create more product, I wanna make money. But look, we are in this pandemic. How as entrepreneur, how am I going to continue to maintain the success mindset? That was a big challenge for me. Yeah. But I was able to overcome, and I will talk it later. How did I overcome?
Awesome. For me, I want to hear from you any personal challenges you went through this year that really, really is heavy on your heart.
Yeah, I got a bit of an uppercut here and there. First of all, COVID-19 came in with its restrictions, and everybody trying to know how to stay at home, which we really don't know how to do. Um, Being confined in space, you know, sometimes you just want to breathe. You love your family, but sometimes you just need some air. You know, that was that. And then into the year, I lost a couple of people, but what's closest to heart, I lost my dad in June.
Wow.
And he's back,
Many of us have lost loved ones to COVID-19.
you know, and he was back home in Nigeria, and then the restrictions of traveling, and so I just me on the phone or video call, and I remember going to sleep, waking up at about midnight our time, which is about 6 a.m. in Nigeria, trying to catch up to, okay, how is he doing? And my brother telling me that he had passed, you know.
Wow.
So it was, I think when I got the news the first time, I just went blank. I went numb for like an hour. I just sat.
Wow.
I don't think I was thinking about anything, you know. And then I walked around the house for a while. And then I sat down on the spot and I lost it. You know, so it's 2020 came in like a wrecking ball, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and it's been hitting us on every side. And I saw some posts on social media like, stop hitting me in parts a little bit, give me everything and let me hurt once, you know. And you know, it's scary because it's just September. And every month or two, it hits people privately. Yes, we have some famous people who have passed on,
Right.
but there's some very private people who are not famous, and so families have gone through a lot, you know. And then you're adjusting to lifestyles. So people would say, "Oh, you're saving money here, but you're spending money the other way because everybody's home and everybody's eating." You know, and so you're thinking, yeah, the store is the only place you seem to go to.
Yeah.
Right, right.
The grocery store, you're always restocking every other week, and you know and you still have other bills coming in. It's crazy.
Yeah, no,
It's crazy.
it's been really crazy for me. And I want to, go to Ty. Ty, have you had similar experiences with Fumi? What kind of challenges have you faced in 2020? But before you speak, I want to say, ladies, please mute your lines. Because I'm hearing echo right now, and I don't know who it's coming from. So if you can always mute your phone if you're not speaking or your computer, so that we can hear whoever's speaking. So Veronica, if you want to mute your phone, Ariel, mute your phone, Ty, and Fumi, mute your phones. Okay, so now Ty, if you want to click on, continue on what Fumi said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So a challenge for me, real estate. That's a challenge. Well, I thought it was going to be a challenge, but I can't really say I had too many challenges during this time because of the mindset that I've groomed myself to be in. And so, I mean, as far as, the difficult times, I don't lean onto my own understanding. I'm always doing affirmations. I'm always doing personal development. So for me, this was a time to get myself in order. So it was time to get my business in order, my finances finances in order. The time that we stayed in the house, I'm fortunate to, be able to work on my own time and to be able to set my own schedule and to have the resources that I do have to help me to get to where I need to get to. So I can't really say there were too many challenges, but the challenge for me was to be able to excel during this time and to be able to come out on top. And so I took advantage of this opportunity to figure out what it is that I want to do in order, to get to the next level. How am I going to get there, and how am I going to be able to help others get there and be able to help them get on a different mind frame and not think of everything as fearful or doubt or harmful, that's coming towards them, because that's what we're fed. We're fed the fear. We're fed all of this negativity. So you're just consumed with it. So I've groomed myself not to be consumed with the negative things that are always coming at us in society and in family as well. So that's just how, I've been dealing with the whole situation.
So for you, oh, I hear there's so much echo going on here. I don't know why. So viewers, I'm so sorry for the echo. We're really trying everything we can to make sure that it's clear. And so for you, Ty, from an entrepreneur standpoint, you have your own business, like you mentioned earlier. So what were some challenges you faced? I know Veronica touched on some challenges she faced as an entrepreneur. What about you? Aside from the challenge of trying to be better, trying to just rise up and rise above everything like a phoenix, what did your business fall apart? Did you experience some financial issues? I feel like a lot of people did experience that. Like I said earlier, a lot of people who work in maybe the corporate environment or just in general lost your jobs, right? A lot of businesses fell apart because you don't have income coming in. So what were some of those challenges for you?
I mean, just challenge of, getting out there, being able to go to open houses. Like, in real estate, the industry changed. You have to wear a mask, or, it's virtual touring now, online. So that was a challenge as well. And just basically, when you speak to a client and then they come back and like, oh, my finances have changed, due to COVID, just those little things happen. So it's like, okay, so how am I going to keep my business, afloat and be able to continue to bring money in? So with that, you just have to grind harder. And that's what I did. I've stayed on the internet. I stayed on social media. I stayed on, the trainings that we have. So I just continued and been, consistent and just resourceful. Like, I have to figure it out because there's no one here to save me, right? So I went through every avenue that I could, figure out as far as, mentoring. What can I do now? Where is, the economy going, the industry, what can I do? And so that's what I did. And that was the challenge for me, is to be able to continue to be able to be in front of clients. How am I going to do that with this going on? And fortunately, the real estate industry is still booming. Yeah. So.
Well said.
I'll put mine on mute.
Okay. All right. So Veronica, you want to touch more on that, like, challenge you face as an entrepreneur? Like, give us some stories, some examples of what you went through.
Say again, please. I cannot hear you clearly.
Oh, sorry about that. So you want to touch on some of the challenges you went through as an entrepreneur? Give us some stories around those challenges that you went through.
Okay. As I said before, it was really hard for me to maintain a success mindset, but I had to do some steps for me to maintain focus as an entrepreneur, because I know I need to create more products. I need to make money. And, now we have this COVID-19, people are inside. So I'm like, the first thing I did, I'm like, God, please help me. I want to stay focused. I don't want to lose focus, because I know when I lose focus, I'm going to miss everything that I planned for 2020. I know, yes, COVID-19 is here, but I got to make sure that I come up with something that is going to boost and push my business to go forward. So what I did for me, I turned off every background noises, because when I when I turn on the TV, it's all the same thing. When I call my friend, it's the same thing. When it's like, I'm getting confused now. Should I shut down everything? But I'm like, I know this too shall pass. So I have to work hard, push myself, stay focused, be creative. And then, by me turning off all background noise, I was able to create a new product during this time of COVID-19. I create the product that are based on wellness. I came out with by doing research, by me, myself, and my family needed it so bad to boost our immune. So I created a juice that we drink it. So I was, sending to my friends, sending to my neighbors. Then I say, this is something that I can make it. I can birth this product in this time of pandemic. So, but the first thing I did is to turn off the background voices. That's what I did. And really, I turned it off. Some people that I haven't talked to them until now, but I had to do that to secure my business or something that I need to birth during this time.
That's powerful, very powerful. I'm going to read some comments. So Ariel is going back in and out, in and out. I wanted her to speak a little bit, but once we have her again, then she can speak. So some comments, and Kumi, this is targeted towards you, and we lost Kumi. So Kumi said, Ariel, can you mute your line as well? Okay, it's better. Maybe not. Okay, so Donya said virtual hug for me, right, based on your story. And then Uche said, accept my condolences for me. So if you're watching, you guys, and you want to comment, what are some challenges you guys went through this year, 2020, and how are you overcoming those challenges? For me, have you had any challenge as an entrepreneur, being a broadcaster, having your own organization? What are some of the challenges you face before we dive right into how you overcame your challenges?
Okay, so first of all, I think it's okay if you haven't been able to face your challenges. We all paddle differently. We all accept and pick up. So if you're listening and you haven't been able to do anything since COVID-19, it's fine. For a long, long while, I wasn't able to do anything. I'm not ashamed of it. I own it, because it's different for people. It's different for people. Some people have the ability and the strong will to shake it off and move on, but some people get overwhelmed, and it is okay. And if there's anything that made us, we became very cautious of our mental health during COVID. Sometimes it seems calm.
Yes.
But it's bubbling inside. And it's a storm completely, just covered with velvet, and it looks beautiful, but inside it's a storm. So I don't want anybody to go too hard on yourself when you hear, oh, I could, but if you couldn't, then it's fine. Because I couldn't for a long while. I couldn't till I still can't. That's the reality of it. Some days you're fine, I'm up, I'm vibrant, I'm all right. The other days I just want to lie down in bed and cry. And go, I can't today. I actually brought a top I saw in the store. I can't adult today, and I wear it. So when you talk to me, I just tell you, read the sign, not today. Just leave me alone. I'm grateful for breath. And if I have breath tomorrow, we'll pick it up again. But today, I can't. And so it's fine, because we all have our different paces. And so, I saw a lot of broadcasts, and social media sometimes can just be a headache. Where you yes. Where you have, if you're not uplifting yourself on this and that, then you're just in discipline. If you're not this, that, if you're not learning a course or doing, you're just in discipline. Some of the courses were free. Yes. Some of the courses were not free. Some people could not even afford internet any longer.
Yes.
They were staying on their phone, or maybe not staying on their phone. And it was hard. It was harder for some people than it was for us. So it is fine. So there's some days you have the motivation to get up and start the course and write. And yes, I have a daytime job, but I also run my own side business on the level of trying to work out a workshop for myself and kick off my own outfit. And some days I didn't want to do anything. Like this morning, I didn't want to do anything. You made me wear makeup. I haven't seen anything to make me wear makeup. I was like, Lord, the relief of not wearing makeup in COVID-19 is a blessing.
Yeah.
And I thought about, you said, oh my God, 6 o'clock, I have to wear makeup. It became refreshing. It is so refreshing not to wear makeup. It is refreshing not to wear a bra and just be. You see, those are, you said tell it as it is, Nia, you asked for it. So
I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. But you know what? Hey, go take it.
It is part of the healing process that you can wake up that day and it is a blessing. You can just be you.
Yes.
You know, you can just be you and heal at your pace and pick up the pieces at your pace. And it wasn't easy. It's not going to be easy. It's still not easy. But you tell yourself, I'm alive today. So what am I going to do?
Wow, powerful. You know, for me, I like what you said. And I think a lot of people feel this stigma of, you know, I will be treated a certain way if I say that I wasn't doing anything, right? Or I was let go, or I was fired, or I don't have a job during COVID, or my project is not working, I have no money coming. There's that stigma of like, oh my gosh, what are people going to think about me? But I love what you're saying. It's okay. It's okay to not have anything going on right now. It's okay to, you know, be looking for a job and not have a job right now. It's okay to be working on your business and not having income coming in. It is completely okay. And what you're saying is just so powerful. I mean, you guys, are you guys taking this in? Everyone who's watching, I have some comments coming in for me, and so let's read some comments. Sassy Sass said that feeling of being stuck, paralyzed, and you go like, I don't know what is happening to me or how I'm going to manage this moment. The white noise of COVID came with so much pressure. And this is so true. This is so true. Who wants to comment on this? Did you guys feel that pressure too? I feel like I'm trying to dig deep and get to that. Like, what kind of heavy pressure did you guys feel? I feel like for me, you're very transparent. You've said it. And Ty, you focus so much on the elevation part of it. But can anyone relate with Sassy Sass in this comment? That feeling of shock?
I mean, as far as pressure, I felt the pressure of always having to be in front of the computer to work, or always having to be doing something in order to stay afloat. The pressure of just basically, you know, I can't stop. So that gets tiring. You can drain you. You feel like, oh, I don't want to do anything else. You know, it's just like, I don't want to see the computer. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to lay in my bed, you know, because it's like you're running and running and running because you don't know what's going to happen next. This, you know, this just came out of nowhere. And it's like, okay, I don't have a job. I don't have any income coming in. What can I do? How can I stay alive? Or I have this little amount coming in from unemployment, which is paying, you know, some of the bills. What else am I going to do? So it's like you're always in survival mode. And we've been in survival mode for so long, you know. When are we going to get out of the survival mode? And so that was, you know, the pressure that I feel, and I continue to feel that, you know. It's just like, when is it going to stop?
Well, Ariel, we missed you, girl. Do you want to add on? Do you want to say anything about like this pressure, things you face, the challenges during COVID-19? What has life been for you? Everyone else, let's mute our phone so we can hear Ariel. It seems like the echo is coming from you. So we're going to mute our line so we can hear you speak.
Yeah, it's definitely been a challenge. But I will say, just to piggyback off Ty before I actually went out, I have lacked nothing during this pandemic, and I just thank God for that. I've actually been able to, like she said, in this time, it gave some people time to kind of regroup and refuel themselves and do some extra things that they probably weren't able to do before the pandemic. So for me, you know, it was more job opportunities, more clients, more time to gain more credentials and apply myself. So I definitely agree with Ty. You know, it was time to buckle down, you know, using this time wisely that we had during this pandemic. And, you know, I do feel bad for those who lost their job and wasn't able to maintain during the pandemic. And I try to help and reach out, you know, even during that for small businesses. My goal was just during the pandemic, just to support Black small businesses throughout the whole pandemic. That was my goal. I was reaching out to anybody, seeing if they needed anything help, and just, you know, purchasing anybody's products. So that was one of my goals, to help those who were facing any issues during COVID due to, you know, losing out on money, employees, just support, be more supportive to others that were lacking during this COVID.
That's so amazing. No, that's very beautiful. And I like what you said, like this was a good time for you to reevaluate, to grow. Like you're not doing anything, you're just working on yourself, working on helping others. And I think this also ties to what Ty said. Let me read some more comments and we can take it to the next stage. So Sassy Sass also responded to you, Fumi. She said, "You are so right, Fumi. It almost felt like one is compelled to push through at an expected pace, which honestly doesn't work for everyone. It sure did not work for me." And Linda responded to where you said you take your bra off. She said, "Frida." I think that's what it is. Sometimes you just want to do that. So as women, we just want to be free. It's okay. So she's like, Uche responded and she said, "I love your perspective. If you're feeling stuck, it's okay. Be patient with yourself and give yourself time to process the situation. Putting pressure on yourself can be frustrating." And I need to add, Uche, it's not even just us putting pressure on ourselves, it's the society, what we're seeing on the outside. For me, you talked about social media and the detriments and the negatives of social media. It's like you go on social media, so many pressure. Everyone is doing this and busting their butt and doing this and working hard, and they have this new business coming on. I know people probably see me like, "Oh, Nia, she's got Nia Black Studios." You guys, this is all I got.
You know what? I'm gonna add to that.
Yes.
You know, I feel like with people with when you're having seasons, you have seasons with your business, so you can't expect if someone else is in their season with their business that's going to help you. No, it doesn't work like that. Everybody have their seasons, and so it's like, you know, your season may not be right now with your business, so you have to look at it from that perspective. And that's how I look at it as being an entrepreneur. Okay, I'm happy for this person, and you know, when my time comes, I hope they support me and happy for me just as I were for them. So I always say it's about seasons.
That's beautiful. I want to hear from Veronica about seasons. Veronica, do you agree with Ariel about, like, you know, everyone has a season and it depends on your season? Are you with us? Do you want to comment on any of this, like, opinions and comments people are throwing around? Veronica, did you catch that?
I think, Nia, I think I need to go and come back because I don't hear. It's just too much noise.
No problem.
Let me log out and log in again.
Okay, sounds good. That's perfect. So I'm going to read some comments, and you guys can, you know, add on, support this comment, you know, add your own little comments to it. So Odoyi said, "I just want to Netflix and chill." And that's fine. That's fine. And she said, "Unfortunately, some of us can't stay still. Our energy is like fire." I know, right? So Casita said, "When COVID started, I had to become so strong because my family was looking to me. For me, God brought me so close to him. I learned to become an overcomer by the Spirit of the living God." Hallelujah, somebody. Okay, girl, come on now, church. So who wants to add to that? How did you overcome? Let's dive into that. How did you overcome all of this? I feel like, Ty, you talked a little bit about that. But for you, Fumi and Ariel, touch deep. How did you guys overcome all of this? Oh, I can hear you, Ariel. Okay, there you go.
Okay. To stay sane, basically, like I like what Ty said. I like affirmations. You know, in the morning time, I have a playlist and I have affirmations that I listen to on a day-to-day basis to help me cope with each day of everything that I'm going through. So I would definitely say affirmations. I'm real big on that.
Wow, powerful. For me, what about you?
I cry.
I'm not laughing as being intense, but
No, I cry because you get to the point that you just want to release. It's a release. I cry, I feel better. I get frustrated, I get angry, I get sad, I cry. Once I cry, it's like I'm light. You know, I can take the next step. I cry, I listen to music. Some of the music might make me cry, it might make me laugh. Whatever music does for me at that time, I take it. You know. But the worst thing I think I could ever do to myself, or anyone can do, is live in denial. You gotta deal with it.
Yes.
Call it by name. Call it as it is. Okay, I'm in a messed up situation. I am broke. I'm hungry. I'm poor. I get it. It's a conflicting area with your faith. Now, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I accept Jesus. But God gave me a brain so I can give him some rest.
Mm,
So first of all, let your brain work as a human being and then add the extra, which is God.
mm.
Sometimes you don't add God to emptiness
Yes.
or to zero level. You've got to get yourself there first and then add the God factor. Sometimes the God factor just might kick you in the butt and jump start you into it. It happens different for everybody. But the worst thing you can do, whether you're believing in God or not, is to be in denial.
Mm.
You know. Okay, so let's move the God factor out. Face your situation and call it by name.
Wow.
Because when you call it by name, you will recognize the solution when it comes. When you try and butter it and make it look nice and put a wig on it and some makeup on it, when the solution comes around, you won't notice because you haven't accepted the situation.
Wow.
And the thing about it is when you accept it, you realize that it is okay. It's not exclusive to you.
Mm.
We can take all the pictures we want and put on our walls, and you know what, and then you find out that when you call it by name and you face it, you find to get solution. For example, if you're broke, you find out ways that you can cut off unnecessary expenses.
Yeah.
How many of you have painted your nails by yourself in COVID?
Shoot, I still haven't.
How many of you have made your own hair during COVID?
Yeah, I do that anyway.
Exactly. You kind of like find a way of how to adapt. Even with the food, how many of you
Mhm.
stop eating out?
Yes. Yeah.
And then something rings in your head and goes, I just saved myself $50. Or I just saved $20. I can't believe I'm spending that much on dinner. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but you called it by name by facing the situation, and then the solution came. So I was staring at my fridge the other day and I said, I'm not going to the store. Something has to work in this fridge. Something has to come together and become a meal. I can't be running to the store all the time. So I stood in front of the
Yeah.
fridge and then I noticed the fruits and then I noticed the salad and I realized there was fish, dinner.
Mm.
Fish, salad, fruits, water, go to bed. Dinner is served.
Mm.
But if I had gone, oh, there's nothing to eat. Oh, I just should go to the store. But I said, no, the fridge is not empty. Something has to work together in this fridge to become dinner. I have
Right.
accepted the fact that I didn't have any money to spend, and which is okay. I've accepted the fact that I'm not going to borrow, which is
Yeah.
okay. I accept the fact that I'm not going to run my credit card over the rooftop and have my credit drop, which is okay. So that is owning it. It's a process. Some days you will get it, some days you will not get it. But you see, you're alone in your home and nobody is watching you, and your followers cannot see you. So own your situation. That's number one. And however you want to react, cry, laugh, whatever, do it.
Wow.
And then the solution will come gradually to you, because if somebody points you in that direction without you knowing or owning it, you just might not take the step.
Mm.
Mhm.
Powerful.
Right. That's the same, like it's not your season. Like you can tell somebody, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right?
Mm.
So it's the same scenario. And, just like you said, going to the grocery store is my best friend, right? I'm tired of going to the grocery store. It's like, if I don't have anything in the refrigerator, all right, let me just drink some water and go to sleep. I have never been to the grocery store as many times since, COVID, but that's it's challenging, and some people may not have, like she said, the funds to keep going to the grocery store, because that's the only thing that we can actually go out and really do. And so how do you help those families, and so being able to do that, being a part of, organization, we've been able to help families. I've been blessed to be able to not really experience or be affected by, COVID. So I'm giving back. You have to give back. You have to serve. And so that's what I've been doing and continue to do.
Powerful. So Veronica, who's echoing? I think it's Ariel. I'm going to mute your line. I'm going to mute you as well, Ty. Veronica, I want to hear from you. So you talk a lot. So your mic is mute. You want to unmute your phone? Can you hear me? You're muted.
you.
Awesome.
I can hear you.
Yes, you can hear me now. This is good. I'm so excited. Okay. So
Yeah.
you talk a lot about your entrepreneur journey, right? And the things you face and you like coming
Right.
back out of it positive and on top. But what about personally? Though? A lot of these women are like really just bearing everything, being transparent. For you, from a personal standpoint, what did you experience and how did you overcome? Like Fumi made so many good points, so did Ty and Ariel. So how do you want to add to this conversation in that regard?
Okay. Oh, as I say before, I just, I know this is very serious, even though I didn't get encounter with that coronavirus myself or my family, which I thank the Lord so much. But but even though I wasn't sick, but being in a house, it's kind of, I was so lonely. Sometimes, as the other speaker said, you don't feel like doing nothing, like you stuck, like you're in a basket, you're in a box. You're trying to find, let me find motivation from anywhere, from social media, and you find it's the same. Every day it's the same thing. So I'm like, I'm stuck in here, but I tried my best to not being in this stuck mode. So I work so hard myself to motivate me, because as an entrepreneur, you have to have that mindset. Like, you know what? I have to make it happen. I have to push it. You have to create a way yourself, because, we're here. Some people support us, some doesn't support us. But I've learned a lot in this time, that we need support from our friends, our people, our neighbors. But sometimes you don't get that support you want. So we have to push. We have to push. We have to push. We have to stay away from negativity. We have to make a way for us to go out, to be where we want to be. So yeah, some of my friends have been really get so sick and get so like deep into these things. They lose hope. They can. Some, I find them, they come to me, say, you know what, Veronica, we know that you are certified Christian counselor. How can you say about this? How can you help us? Do you have any encouragement, any word of wisdom to tell us? I say, you know what? Sometimes in life we plan everything. We plan 2020 is gonna be a good year. I'm gonna maybe buy a house, buy a car, but not all the time that it comes like that. Things can happen along the way. But you know what? We have to let it go and roll back. Yeah, bounce back. We have to have. I don't care, you don't have money, your business is not working correctly or good right now, but we have to have that mindset of, you know what, it's already happened, it's already here. We gotta let it go and roll back to the game. Like, you know what, I gotta make it happen, because I have this, I have mortgage to pay, I have a car note, I have this and this. So we have to roll back with all energy. That's really mindset is all about
Mindset, powerful.
Yes.
Very powerful, Veronica. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to say this. I feel like what I hear right now with you, my panel, and everyone who's commenting is this spirit has been, just very. I hear this a lot, like feeling stuck, and I feel like a lot of us sometimes when we're feeling stuck on our own, we don't know like other people are experiencing it. But I think this is beautiful to hear. Like, Ty, you felt that way. Fumi, you felt that way. Ariel, yourself, and even you, Veronica, with your business. So hearing these comments is just so beautiful to know that we're all in this together, right? We all felt stuck at some point. Like Fumi said, it's okay. Embrace it, cry, right? I want to read some more comments. I want to come to you, Ariel, to hear your thoughts on all of this. So Sassy Sass said, for me, this period was a real journey to self and learning to overcome in the small things. This is good. Embracing all the emotions I experienced in that moment. I mean, this is just so beautiful. Imagine how much you've grown, Sassy Sass, from all of this, right? And so Linda commented, I think this is what you said, Ty, about everyone shining at your own time in seasons. Linda said, it's your turn. I have my turn, so I'm willing to step aside so that you can just shine. It's okay. I'm not dead yet. Just walking instead of running at top speed. Ariel, so I want to hear some comments or add-ons from you.
She went out. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna piggyback when was it Veronica?
Okay.
Well, not
Me?
Veronica. Yeah, when she said about being a Christian. Um, One thing I did notice as being an entrepreneur, just think about how before COVID came, how we were just running, 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 networking, 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 nonstop. I was just thinking about, gosh, I was just going, 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 and then COVID came. It's like, okay, drop to the floor, get down, stick them up. It's your hand. Put your hands up. And for me, it was like, I spend more time with God now. I'm gonna be honest. Like I wasn't reading my Bible like I should have, doing my devotions like I should have. Because as an entrepreneur in your mindset, when you wake up in the morning, you're like, okay, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this to start my day. No, when you start your day, you should thank God, pray over your business, um, pray that you'll get the resources that you need, the guidance that you need regarding your business. And so, as an entrepreneur, like I said, you're just going, 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 not thinking, okay, I need to put some time aside for my family. I need to put some time aside for God.
Mm.
And so I am kind of happy because with that downtime, that gave me more time to draw closer to God, to ask for forgiveness. Lord, forgive me for not reading that devotion, or forgive me for, not spending more time with you like I should, and just having that entrepreneur mindset of just business, 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 go, go, go.
Wow. So would you guys say, right, that COVID and this period of being stuck and standing still has been good for us? Would you guys agree? And do you want to comment on that?
It has for me.
Okay.
It has for me.
Okay.
Yeah, for me too. For me too. For me too. Really, as the speaker said, it really drove people and myself closer to God. I've learned
Yeah.
a lot of things. I read a lot of books during this time. So I really had this very time spending with my family. We did a lot of craft projects. If it wasn't for this time of staying home, maybe I could not accomplish what I've accomplished. So
Right.
that's a good part. So in the life we have to know that there's a side, two side of life. There's a negative side and there's a positive side. So with this coronavirus or COVID-19, it was a negative side. But we gotta learn how to embrace both sides. As my sister said before, we have to know. And even in the Bible, I'm a Christian, so I know in the Bible too, it teaches us about there's a season. There's a season for cry. There is a season for you are joy. You wake up. Oh my God, I can't wait to go out and do this. And now we're in this time that we are inside, cry. We hear bad news, bad news. How do we do? We have to learn to embrace that this negative. How do we embrace? There are so many ways. Everybody, I know everybody, they have their own tips. As I said before, my tips was to turn off the background noises. My other tip that I have is to concentrate. To have more time with the Lord. God, correct me where I don't do right. My time was to put more time on my business, create more really products. So yeah, that's how I embrace this COVID-19 time for me.
So Ty, would you say, and for me, would you say it's been good overall for you, for a lot of people?
Yeah, I would say it's been good for me. Yeah, like that downtime, like I said, I had time to regroup. I had time to focus. I had time to, as well get more spiritual, get closer to God. I had time to see the earth for what it is. And with that downtime, everybody stopped. So it's like, the earth was able to breathe. The earth is able to do what it's supposed to do. So with us, we had to stop and take a look at ourselves and see, like, what am I doing? How can I make myself better? Or what situation am I in that, I need to fix? Or what's going on over here in my life? So if you don't take that time and it's just like, oh, I'm feeding into all of this that they're giving us, the negative, you're never going to get to a point to where you're going to be able to come back and be on top if you're still feeding into all the negativity that's been put into our face. And so with that being said, being able to stop, be with family more, being able to sleep more, being able to relax, being able to meditate, being able to, get closer within yourself, that's just what it's been for me, to be able to connect more to me and connect more with my family and business, and grow and just be on a high vibration, because that's all I know. That's all I'm groomed to, groom myself to be. My boyfriend, he's the same thing. So that's the type of environment that I have around me. So thinking any other way is just not possible for me. But to be able to help somebody else to come out of their state of, if they're depressed or, feeling lack of, that's where I can come in and uplift and help, because I've done the personal development, and I continue to do the personal development and the affirmations, and just being closer to God. So if somebody needs that, I'm definitely here, I'm a good listener. I can listen all day to somebody. You can tell me secrets. I'm the best secret keeper. So whatever it is, I have a listening ear. And so, that's one of my gifts, that I have, is just being able to listen to people and be able to help them.
That's amazing, Ty. And I'm going to come back to you. But Fumi, I want to ask you this question, because there's a comment here from Doing It. She said, you can only talk for yourself. This period affected a lot of people, and some are still hoping for the best. So a lot of people lost very close relative, right? Loved ones. And for me, you as well, you mentioned earlier you lost your dad. So just thinking about all of it, would you still say this period was good for you? And I want you to speak on this, because I feel like a lot of people who've lost people would not say it's good for them. And I like that Ty understand that. That's what she said. If it's not good for you, I'm here to help, right? I'm here to help you through this process. So for me, would you agree that people who've lost people don't really think this has been a good time?
No, we don't. We think it's been a terrible time. We think it's the worst year ever. We wish we could roll back time and just reverse, and then get a warning, a sign, anything, just to avoid it. You won't say this year is nice. All these words, they sound nice, you see, but in my opinion, if I want to talk to you about my pain, and I realize you've experienced my pain, it's easier for me to talk to you about it. I won't talk to somebody about a cheating spouse if your spouse has never cheated on you, because you won't know half of what I'm going through. And exactly, when you console someone and say, I really don't know what you're going through right now. And that's the truth, if you haven't been through it. Now this time has been a time for reflection for people, but some people have just been hurt from the top to the bottom to this day.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they may or may not have been able to find healing. They might not find healing in a long time.
Yeah.
If I have ever cursed the more in my life, is this year. I have cursed everything, down to the chair, when I kick my foot, when I drop a plate. It's coming from a place of pain. It's not because I'm ill-mannered or badly brought up or no home training. No, it's just my pain shouting out. And so if you see me curse or yell or shout at myself, and most times I find myself, I'm talking to the objects in the house. So when the spoon falls, I said, who asked you to fall down?
Wow.
Who told you I want to pick you up? You're going to stay on the floor. It might sound like craziness, you see, but within that time and context, I do not want to bend down or squat to pick up that spoon. And it is fine. All I'm trying to say is, it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to look nice and polished and all sophisticated. It can just be all down, rugged and shameful and ugly, and it is fine. And the thing is that there is beauty in that ugliness.
Right.
Because there is a process to it. So if you, like I said, I go back to denial. Don't be in denial of what this pain is to you, of what you've been through this year. Don't be in denial of it, of you losing your job, of you having to ask people for help, of you running on your savings to survive. Don't be ashamed of it. It's your life. Because at the end of the day, every man to his 6 feet. It's nobody's business. It's only the business of the person who's willing to lend a helping hand. But the first point is accepting it. And you might not get to that point where you accept it clearly enough. or embrace it in order for you to take this towards the steps of healing. And that's just fine. But the year has been crappy. It has been crappy. People dying, I always weigh things from advantage, and not because I lost my dad, from advantage to a disadvantage, and which weighs more, I choose to take that path. People have lost jobs. People have lost income. People have lost loved ones. People's homes have been broken. You know, um, Lots of things have gone on. People are not mentally balanced. With the need of wanting to keep up appearances about people that really don't care, or platforms that really don't care about your daily bread. You would save money to pay for data, but that same money you need it to buy food or to pay for a hospital bill or something. But the data is more important than anything else. And then look at this period. School resumed, and there are mothers who have to still work and then still do online schooling. It's madness. It is. I'm one of them. It's madness. It's complete, absolute madness. And then because you're working from home, the job expects you to be grateful that you still have a job and keep the standards of like you were going to the office and meet those deadlines and the time frames. But at the same time, the school expects you to also monitor your child's progress because there's only so little that the teacher can do over Zoom or whatever network that they're using. So you're rushing between work and answering a question because your daughter or your son could not hear your teacher very well.
It's just a lot. It's just a lot.
It's a crazy world. It's madness. So
yeah. And I mean, I like to comment too. Like, yeah, I definitely understand, the pain, the hurt, the new normal that everybody, is saying. But it's like if everybody is feeling the same way, feeling pain, crying, who's gonna lift us up to be able to get us out of that space to be where we need to be if we, continue on that same path, like every day. Like we're resilient. So we have to come to a point where, I don't have money. I don't have a job. I don't have this. I've been there before and I've got myself out over and over and over again. We've been in a depression before. We have to figure out, okay, what can I do now to get ourselves out of this? Hey, call a relative, call the community, look online for resources. We have to be resourceful no matter what, but we can't, be the victim, even though COVID has came in and turned our lives upside down. And I totally, feel that and I understand that. So it's now, how do we adapt? How do we live, and not survive? What is it that I can do?
That's a good point. I like what you said. I like what you said about how if everyone is feeling down, then who's going to lift who up? And that's beautiful. But I also want to just touch on what Fumi said. Fumi is saying if you've lost someone, it's like crappy. And it's okay to feel that hurt and pain. So don't you think like that's still okay? Like for people who've lost someone, and I feel like people who haven't might not really understand. So it's not okay, for lack of a better word, to push them into like overcoming it. They need to do that in their own time. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Do you get my point? So I feel like it's not necessarily that they're victims. It's like they're just going through a heavy pain that they need to work through. What do you think, Tyler? Would you agree with that?
Yes, I definitely agree. I lost, a family member, a friend due to COVID as well. My grandfather had COVID. He's 80 years old. He has colon cancer, but he beat it. So it's just all your perspective and what you see. And I'm not here to be the old, she's just high on life or whatever. She's just all positive. I've been through all of it. I've been not having a job. I've had my car repoed. I've had family members, not help me out. But what did I do to get myself out of the situation? How did I do it? So it's me having those life experiences to be able to reach back and help that person no matter what the situation is, because I've been there. I've done that. And for me to be a helping ear or a lending ear, I'm all down for that because like I said, I'm a good listener. What can I do for you? I'm a connector by nature, and so that's just how I look at things. Yes, family members have passed due to COVID. I definitely get that. But, it's just like when someone has the flu and they pass away, or someone has diabetes and they pass away. It's just, for me, just to be honest, I just feel like it's just been blown out of proportion to what's the numbers for me on how I look at it. You can have COVID. You probably don't have COVID when you're in the hospital, but they're going to say it's COVID. You can have something else that's actually going on, but they're going to call it COVID. So we don't know what's real and what's not real. If you already have pre-existing conditions and, they're going to say it's COVID. Yes, if you have those conditions already, yeah, you're more susceptible to get COVID because your immune system, And so I look at everything from all perspectives.
From all perspectives. I feel like everyone wants to make a comment. I want to add to this, and then Veronica, before I close out slowly, because we're right on time. We're 55 minutes, almost an hour. But we can hear you, Ariel. Let me see.
Oh,
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I did wanted to add on to the comment regarding being a mom and having kids at home. That's me. I work from home and when kids are here, and it's, sometimes it is a burden, and sometimes you wondering who's going to give me that push. I can't let the kids see that I'm down. I have to push the kids to want to do more, but then it's like I feel like I don't want to do more because it's too much and it's overwhelming. And so, like Ty said, sometimes you have to push yourself, to do better, to get up out of the hole and make the day great of what it is. But sometimes it's hard and you don't want to. So when you don't want to, then what? Should I feel bad because I don't want to? Should I wallow in my sorrow because I don't want to? Or, it's okay. I feel like it is okay, sometimes because, like you said, you get overwhelmed homeschooling the kids, your employer expect you to be A1 with your job, and it's hard for you because you're trying to do all these things, and due to COVID, you're not mentally there. So I think with everyone, it's been like a mental challenge. Sometimes I wake up and I don't even know what day it is.
Yes.
And so, and for me, it's just a mental thing, and it really is hard. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you and say it's easy. It's not.
Thanks for sharing, Ariel. Veronica, do you want to add to that?
Oh yeah, that what I can say is we have two group of people. Those one who were affected with COVID-19 and those who are not affected with COVID-19. So this time is a good time for us to come together and support one another. That's how we can get healed so quick, so easy. That's why if we're entrepreneurs, we got to find those who are doing business. Let's go and support them so we can bring healing to the wound. That's what I can say.
Very well said. So, ladies, I do want to ask this final question before we close out. The second part of today's topic is building an overcomer spirit. And a lot of you have talked about how to overcome, right? And I feel like what I hear often is, even in the world, is push through, be positive, we can do it, right? And I think Ty, you touched on that. Veronica, you touched on that as well. But would you guys say having an overcomer spirit, sometimes it's just like sitting down and just letting it go through its course and just like let the suffering just happen? Would you guys define that as well as overcomer spirit, just being patient and just sitting? Like someone said, being your waiting period, it's not your time. Just allow it to just run its course. Would you guys agree with that as well?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Sometimes it's a viral infection. It just has to run its course. You just have to let it run. It's like when you have a cold, you take out the medicine, but it's gonna run its course. It's gonna go through the motion, and then you're gonna get back there. And sometimes your wheel might just not go as fast as everybody else's own. I'm not trying to push out the negative, but it's just the reality of life. Of sometimes you go fast and sometimes you go slow. But face it. Don't hide it. Don't cover it up. Don't say what it is not. Don't try and dress it up. Sometimes just open up the wound and let it have some air. And it will do the wound a lot of good.
Wow.
Once you can accept the wound, you say, okay, this is the wound I have, and show the doctor. But if you keep on covering up with your clothes, you never get to. And then you go to the doctor. Oh, it's under my knee. I can't show you because it's daytime. I'll show you at night. But when you open it up to the doctor and say, this is the wound, it can be properly examined, tests can be run, and then solutions can come.
Well said for me. So we do have some comments, and there's a mom in the house in the comments, Uche. She said, let's not even talk about homeschooling. It's another craziness on its own, right? So Ariel and for me, you guys talked about this. Homeschooling is
That's
really
true.
crazy. Ladies, I just want to say thank you so much. You guys have added so much value. I honestly wanted this to be like a raw, candid conversation about the challenges we're going through. And I feel
Mhm.
like a lot of us are not being honest with ourselves, but we've touched on that. Many of us don't want to be transparent and say we are stuck, we are crying, we are unhappy. But that's the reality for a lot of people, But I love what you guys have said here. Just keep pushing, keep going. And Ty, I really want to touch on what you said. There needs to be some people to help others come out of this, right?
Mhm.
And you were just so powerful as everyone else. You've been through so much hurt, you've been through so much loss, but to stand tall and to say, you know what, I went through it and here's how I am. That shows that's amazing. And then for me, you saying face it, just cry if you have to. I hope people watching here are like, yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
I feel like I am represented. I feel like it's okay to go through what I'm going through. So, ladies, before I close, I'm going to read one comment and I want you guys to give us just very quickly final words before I close. So the comment I'm going to read is by Sassy Sass. She said, learning to endure the pain, enjoy the silence, and remembering that growth doesn't always mean movement, right? We talked about that. That it hurts doesn't mean you are not healing. Hashtag overcoming. I do want to call out on somewhat my sister. The last time I had her show, she was so pissed that I didn't read her comment. So let me read my sister's comment so she's happy. Said, nice ladies. So Ada, I read your comment. I hope you're happy now. So ladies, give us final words before we close this out. Very brief, each of you. We can start with Ty.
Just basically, there is a rainbow at the end of everything. You need help. Don't be, ashamed that you need help. Reach out and get help. And that's pretty much what I want to say.
Perfect. For me?
Just be bare, be naked with yourself.
Wow.
Be bare, be naked with yourself. Get to know yourself, and get to recognize your pain because it comes in different forms. And just be. There's no rush. There's no hurry. Your mind is precious, and you don't want to lose it. And sometimes you just might be losing your mind by going with the movement. I like what Sassy said. Just being still, in the quiet. I wake up in the morning sometimes and I just sit in the quiet. It's part of your healing process. But try and be bare, be naked with yourself, and then the healing will start.
Well said. Veronica, you want to go next?
Yeah, this is what I want to say. Yeah, no matter where you are, circumstance that you're going through, find the best solution. Let me put this way, available solution. You cannot sit there and just continue to cry, say, you know what, I cannot move. Just find something that you can bring solution to the situation that you're in. If you need to find a coach, if you need to find a mentor, if you need to find maybe a certified Christian counselor, find help, find solution that you can overcome what you're going through right now.
Well said. And Ariel, last but not least, for sure. Oh, we can't hear you again. Let me try on me. Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm gonna say, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all his righteousness shall be added unto you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Trust your season. Trust your season, like and what Ty and everyone else said. Just reach out to someone. It's okay to cry. It's okay to take it off. But also just wait for your season. In the process of whatever you're going through, and humble yourself. Just humble yourself.
Awesome. Ladies, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's been a pleasure. Everyone watching, I apologize for the tech difficulty, but everything just got sorted out. We worked together to make this pop in, to make it happen. I hope you guys feel very motivated. And I do want to call out our sponsor for today's video. It's Linda Rose Hair, and I'm wearing Linda Rose Hair, you guys. So if you want to shop for Linda Rose Hair, go on Instagram. Username is at Linda Rose Hair. Thank you for sponsoring today's video. If you would like to come on as a guest, if you would like to sponsor a video, if you would like to for ads, please email niablackstudios@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, ladies. Everyone, bye. Ladies,
Bye.
I say this. Please remain here. Don't go. I'm going to end the live, but remain here so I can just like touch base with you guys. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Bye, guys.